Let's talk of vanishing eggs, understanding oocyte dynamics and follicle dynamics. What happens is sometimes you end up seeing follicles grow, and when you go in for collection of eggs, you see follicles disappear. So, what are vanishing follicles? Vanishing follicles refer to follicles that can no longer be located during ovarian stimulation, and these are often seen with advancing age. This phenomena suggests that certain follicles undergo premature luteinization, in simple terms, collapse, impacting their visibility and associated oocytes. Why is it important? Because it has a significant impact on an IVF cycles, and understanding follicular dynamics can inform us about ovarian reserve, how to manage a patient, and how to tell a patient that why follicles are disappearing. If you look at vanishing follicles and post-mature oocytes or eggs, there's a critical connection between vanishing follicles, follicular disappear, and post-mature oocytes, which are eggs which age prematurely, and mainly, I believe, the mitochondria, due to lack of optimal intrafollicular condition. And this relationship underscores the complexity of ovarian aging and its impact. So let's have a look at the mechanisms. And if you look at the intrafollicular environment inside the follicle, that environment influences the maturity of oocytes and luteinization of granulosa cells. This disintegration of the follicle can lead to hormonal changes affecting oocyte quality and viability. There is a process of spontaneous luteinization, and this can occur in follicles not responsive to the hormonal signals. And sometimes, whatever efforts that you give, and the follicles just don't respond. This process leads to an increase in serum progesterone, sometimes just a minor, indicating a shift in the follicle's development, often resulting in premature aging. And what's the impact on follicular health as age advances? And this is with advancing age, there seems to be a correlation with increase in prevalence of vanishing follicles and impaired oocyte quality. This decline in ovarian reserve is linked to decreased elasticity, and we feel that the uh, elastic nature of the follicle seems to decrease, contributing to either collapse of follicles or leakage of follicles, and that is what they are suggesting. So, if you look at the characteristics of premature oocytes, they are retrieved from follicles that are undergone premature luteinization without reaching full maturity. These oocytes exhibit advancing age characteristics, and I believe that often when we say they're extremely dark, and that could be one of the things that we see. What are the clinical implications of this? The retrieving post-mature eggs pose a significant clinical challenge. Why? Because one is they have a lower chance of fertilization and embryo development, and we don't get good quality embryos. And this is something which helps us to then understand why the results that we want are not there. Elevated progesterone levels also a key marker, and I believe that when you see that shift from the baseline level of progesterone, you're more likely to see that early luteinization. And it's possible that as age advances, especially in women over the age of 40, it seems to have a direct relation with oocyte aging. At present, I don't think we know much about it, and identifying these follicles, understanding the hormonal levels, checking your LH and progesterone at every scan appointment may start giving you an idea of why these follicles are collapsing. There are significant gaps in literature, especially looking at the physiological mechanisms undergoing premature luteinization, and at present, current research lacks comprehensive studies between age related changes and signs of vanishing follicles. Regarding research, I think much of this will go into the impact of how to prevent premature luteinization. How do we look at preventing the change of in follicular rupture of follicular collapse? And I don't think we know really. And I believe that at present, doing blood tests may give you just an indication. So that is generally about vanishing follicles. It is a good paper in fertility sterility, and it is worth having a look at it.